What's up, fuckers? This is Eric Johnson alongside RBM,
Yo,
and this is take 3. We've tried this so many fucking times.
I'm sick.
Same here. Oh shit, I gotta make sure this didn't upload. I gotta delete it. Nope, delete it. Delete it.
Oh, it's got 11 views.
Yeah, delete that. That's not what happened.
It doesn't count.
Here we go again, reading this shit. Welcome to Blurcat's pre-show analysis of Bellator 211, Musashi 2, being held in California. This is the second Bellator show of 2019. We're going to have 5 main fights and 4 preliminaries. Main eventing is Gegard Musashi. He's 45-6-2 with a 3-0 Bellator record, going head-to-head with Lyoto Machida, who's 24-8 for the Bellator middleweight title. We'll also see Mirko Cro Cop fighting Quentin Rampage Jackson. Vadim Nemkov will take on Chael Sonnen. If you remember, Chael Sonnen said Nemkov's not even in his league, so we had to give him an inducement brand to fight Nemkov. Fitch takes on Lorenz Larkin, and the Bellator women's flyweight title match is Heather Hardy taking on McFarlane. And if you remember, Heather Hardy was not supposed to be in the match, but I had to get a replacement. Musashi's making a second defense of the Bellator middleweight title. They fought once before in the main event of UFC Fight Night, Machida and Musashi in 2014, and Machida won by unanimous decision. Musashi has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Musashi is main eventing a Bellator show for the 4th time. Both fighters are world-ranked middleweights. Musashi's number 3 and Machida's at number 14. This is the Bellator debut of Machida, so welcome Lyoto. And the betting lines have Musashi as a big favorite to win. I think Musashi is the big favorite this time around. So we will see. Cro Cop has finished all of his last 5 opponents. This is the first time they have fought. This is the Bellator debut of Cro Cop.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know what's going on.
And the betting odds of Jackson have Jackson as favored by huge margins. Slide. Looks like. Cop is number 3. He's the number 3 ranked light heavyweight in Bellator. Sonnen is number 7. First time they've fought. It looks like it's Nemkov 1, Sonnen 6. Wasn't it 4-3 Nemkov?
Yeah.
Now it's 6-1. And we got John Fitch taking on Lorenz Larkin. This is Fitch's debut. Fitch has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. He last lost back in December 2014. And this is the first time that they fight. And for the women's title match, the flyweight, if successful, will be a new record for the belt and for the second defense. McFarlane's number 1 ranked women's flyweight in Bellator, and Hardy's number 5. This will be the first time they fight. Carlo has won 3
I don't know.
5 fights by knockout. Is the number 4 ranked middleweight in Bellator. Lovato is number 6. This will be the first time they fight. Gracie's the number 10 ranked light heavyweight in Bellator. Trice being number 12. This will be the first time they fight.
Yeah.
And this is Amber Leibrock and the Lady Killer Amanda Bell. Both fighters are world-ranked weights. Leibrock's number 10 and Bell's at 7. This will be the first time they fight. This is a Bellator debut of Amanda Leibrock, so everybody welcome her. And we got John Teixeira taking on Noah Lahat. I was in the middle of commentating the fight whenever the last recording software said suck a dick. So, John Teixeira and Noah Lahat, let's go. Let's just get on with it.
All right, let's get to the fighting.
And here we go, round one. Lahat had looked like he was angling to grapple, but just couldn't take initiative. Teixeira connects with two lefts and then hits Lahat with a straight right. Teixeira hits a left jab and hits a scything kick to the Lahat. Teixeira throws a quick 1-2, but neither lands or fucked up that one. Seizing the opportunity, clinches. Lahat looks to set up a judo throw, and an excellent outside leg trip sees Teixeira get thrown to the mat, and Lahat has no problem getting side control. Lahat tries to ensnare Teixeira into an arm triangle, but Teixeira fights it off. Lahat blocks an attempt to pull guard. Lahat throws a few right hands to the body. Lahat firing off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Holy shit. Teixeira tries to pull guard on Lahat, but doesn't get anywhere. Lahat fires off a few punches as he catches his breath. Lahat blocks Teixeira as he tries a transition to guard. Lahat fires a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. Lahat blocks Teixeira as he tries to transition to guard. The lack of progress forces referee Mario Yamasaki to stand fighters back up.
Good point.
Lahat wants to grapple, but is clearly wary of his opponent's striking. Teixeira lands a left hand and catches Lahat with a right roundhouse kick to the body. And that's the end of the first round. Hopefully the next round produces a little more in the way of action. That round goes to Teixeira, 10-9. Here we go, round two. Teixeira hits a left jab and hits a right hand. Teixeira can't connect with a jab and then catches Lahat with a right hook to the body. A nice jab hits home from Teixeira, and then he hits a nice straight right. Teixeira lands a left hand and scores with a right to the body. Teixeira moves in closer, ready to attack again. Looked like we're about to see Lahat tries to get some grappling, but Teixeira was more aggressive and took initiative. Teixeira lands a jab and catches Lahat with a right hook, and blood is visible. It appears Lahat has suffered a large gash above his eye.
Oh no!
Lahat appeared to be going to get in close, but took initiative. Teixeira can't connect with a jab, but then lands a right hand. With Lahat bleeding, the referee pauses the fight so that the cut can be checked. And it's a minor problem. Who would have guessed that? Fight was going to be restarted. Teixeira can't hit a setup left jab, but then hits Lahat with a body kick. Teixeira lands a jab and hits Lahat with a straight right. We are now at the halfway mark. Teixeira can't hit a setup left jab, but he lands a low kick to the leg. Teixeira connects with a nice jab and hits Lahat with a straight right. Lahat may be aiming to get in close, but Teixeira aggressively took initiative. A jab lands from Teixeira, but Lahat evades a big right punch. A jab lands from Teixeira, but misses a vicious right hand. Teixeira is starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving a little energy. Teixeira connects with a nice jab and scores with a right cross. Lahat had looked like he was angling to grapple, but just couldn't take initiative. Teixeira connects with a nice jab and lands a right hand. The jab is wide from Teixeira, then he scores with a leg kick. And that's the end of round.
Controlling this like the entire time.
Sure is. John Teixeira from Brazil. Noah Lahat comes from San Jose. What the hell is Krav Maga?
I don't know. Sounds made up, to be honest.
Krav, make America great again. Just joking. Just joking. Looks like Teixeira gets a 10-9. Looks like Lahat needs to either knock out or submit his opponent to win. And here we go. Teixeira closes on Lahat, looking to unleash strikes. Teixeira throwing a 2-punch combo, but Lahat avoids both. Teixeira confidently comes in closer. Teixeira fails to find a home for his jab and then scores with a right cross. A strike has reopened the gash above of the eye of Lahat. A combo that ends with a leg kick fails to land for Teixeira. Teixeira was too aggressive and his last kick gets caught. Lahat tries to use the caught leg to enable a takedown, and Teixeira refuses to be taken down and manages to eventually pull his leg free. He steps away to safety. Teixeira acknowledges some actions from his corner with a relaxed nod of the head. Teixeira uses a left jab but misses with a vicious right hand. Teixeira closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. 2 jabs hit home from Teixeira, and then he lands a right hand. With Lahat bleeding, the referee will pause the fight as I get a fucking random pop-up. The doctor seems happy, and the cut is not going to be an issue. And we're back underway.
Hooray.
A jab is wide from Teixeira, but then he hits a nice straight right. Already past the halfway point, Teixeira comes in. Lahat, I don't know how you pronounce that. Lahat looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Teixeira simply took initiative. Teixeira connects a nice jab, and it hits Lahat with a body kick. Teixeira uses a left jab, but Lahat dodges a leg kick that follows. Teixeira can't connect with his sit-up strikes, and then hits a high right kick to the side of the head. Jab hits home from Teixeira, and then he scores with a right cross. And here we go into the final minute. Teixeira comes in looking to strike. Lahat looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Teixeira simply took initiative. I'm tired of reading that line, I'm not going to lie.
I'm just tired.
Teixeira throws a punch, but Lahat avoids it. Teixeira appears to be feeling a little fatigued for the first time in this fight. His hands are starting to lower just a fraction. Teixeira moving in closer, ready to attack. Teixeira lands a left hand and hits a nice straight right. Teixeira looks confident, shortening the range as he looks to strike. Lahat may have been aiming to get in close, but Teixeira aggressively took initiative. Teixeira can't hit a set-up left jab, but then scores with a right cross. And then time runs out, and that's the end of the fight. Teixeira definitely wins for his 22nd victory.
Yeah.
It has to go down as 10-9 round Teixeira. All 3 judges gave a 30-27, and John Teixeira is the winner by unanimous decision. That was an average fight.
It was. It sure was.
I agree. See the interview. Giving thanks, John Teixeira praised his team at Squadron Orlando Jr., his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. John Teixeira says that it was a tough fight and gives a show of respect to Noed Lahat. Yeah, tough fight by floor with him. Yeah, Amber Lee Brock taking on the killer Amanda Bell. And Amber Lee is the California girl in this fight. Both fighters are 30 years old. Amber Lee Brock has a 4-inch advantage. Height advantage. There a different referee, Tommy Lothar. Here we go, we're underway. Lee Brock comes in looking for a takedown. About 14 seconds in, and Bell almost got away. Quite, she is left hopping while Lee Brock has a hold of one leg. Lee Brock drives Bell up against the cage. Brock smothers Bell against the cage and then uses dirty boxing to her advantage. Bell waits for Lee Brock to throw some strikes and quickly turns her, creating an to escape away from the cage. Bell shoots in, looking for a takedown, and Bell has the takedown, and Lee Brock pulls half guard. Tries to pass the half guard, and Bell is passed from half guard thanks to the tenacious defense of Lee Brock. Lee Brock tries to sweep Bell, but can't do it. Bell attempts to pass half guard. She passes, but loses control momentarily, and the scramble begins. The scramble sees Bell up first. She's quick to wrestle Lee Brock against the cage. Bell looking for another takedown by grabbing both her opponent's legs and trying to trip her to the mat. And Lee Brock just can't stop the takedown. Full half guard. Bell is content to just throw a couple of punches to the body. Lee Brock tries a sweep from the bottom of half guard, but doesn't budge Bell. Bell pounds away, but Lee Brock deals with the blows fairly easily. Lee Brock tries to sweep Bell, but doesn't get anywhere. Bell throws some small strikes, but is clearly just taking a moment to try and catch her breath. Bell fires away with punches, but only a few actually find their way through. Bell blocks an attempted sweep. And Lee Brock can't land anything significant, and that'll be the end of the first. Pretty close round. I'm going to have to give that one to Amanda Bell. Are you awake with us? Are you there? RBM. RBM, awake. I think he fell asleep. Yo! All right, well, I'll just continue the show by myself. Maybe he'll notice. Maybe he'll notice. Oh, God. All right. Let's go on with round two. I know, prelims bore me too in real life. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Lee Brock coming in already, looking for a takedown. Bell partially defends it and ends up hopping on one foot, though. Lee Brock has a hold of the other. Unable to complete the takedown, Lee Brock instead pushes Bell up against the cage. Lee Brock tries to use dirty boxing, but she wrestles free and circles back to the center. Taking a few gulps of breath, Lee Brock is starting to give the first hint that she is starting to tire a touch. A quick exchange of strikes doesn't lead to anything. Bell comes forward looking to force a striking exchange. Lee Brock lands two left hands in the exchange. Bell lands a jab and scores with the right cross. For the first time, looks like Amanda Bell will be breathing a little heavier. And there's a takedown attempt from Bell, and she has it. And it's a single leg, and Lee Brock has to pull guard. Bell begins to try to pass the guard. Advancing her position, she passes to half guard. Bell throws a few right hands to the body. Bell fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Bell pounds away, but is unable to inflict much damage on Lee Brock. And Bell blocks the attempted sweep. In half guard, Bell throws a couple of punches designed to keep Lee Brock guessing. Lee Brock tries to sweep from the bottom of the half guard, but doesn't budge Bell at all. So she's going to have to try a little harder here. Bell fires away with punches, but only a few actually find their mark. Lee Brock tries to sweep from the bottom of half guard, but doesn't budge Bell. And the time runs out on round two. So we've got a very close preliminary fight here. Definitely 10-9 in favor of Bell. And it looks like Lee Brock needs to submit or knock out Amanda Bell. Here we go, round three. Bell may have been setting up to shoot, but Lee Brock aggressively took initiative. Lee Brock can't connect with her setup strikes, but then lands on the right hand. Bell shooting in, looking for a takedown, and Lee Brock gets taken down by a single leg, has to pull guard. Lee Brock has yet to stop the single takedown from the four she has faced. Bell pounds away on Lee Brock, landing a few clean shots, but not many. Lee Brock uses her legs to push Bell back and tries to scramble for position. She may regret that choice as it gives Bell the perfect opportunity to come over the top and get side control. Bell keeps Lee Brock guessing with a few quick strikes. Bell blocks Lee Brock. She tries to transition back to guard. In side control, Bell catches her breath, just content throwing a couple of punches to the body. Bell counters an attempt by Lee Brock to sweep her by taking her back. Lee Brock's breathing very hard. Bell pounds away with rights. A couple of heavy shots get through and rock her. Lee Brock prevents Bell from getting her hooks in. Lee Brock tries to turn over. The turn is well executed, and Lee Brock is able to twist around and get on top and guard. Lee Brock attempts to pass guard. She passes guard but can't secure side control as Bell starts to scramble for position. Lee Brock somehow winds up underneath the north-south control of Bell. Here we go with the last minute. Bell tries to move side control, but Lee Brock sensed the shift in weight and scrambles. Bell manages to come out on top with side control. Bell unloads with big right hands, but Lee Brock's able to deal with most of them. Lee Brock tries to sweep Bell, but rolls too far and gives up her back, and the fight comes to an end as the time limit expires. So in round 3, Amanda Bell just landing 23 strikes. I think Bell took that round 10-9. The judges have given their scores, which are about to be announced. All 3 judges give a 30-27, and the lady killer Amanda Bell becomes 6-5. So congratulations. And that was rated as a great fight. Amanda Bell. Yeah. Thanks everyone connected to Animals MMA for helping her prepare for the fight, and her sponsors for supporting her financially. Amanda Bell gives a show of respect to her opponent, and Amanda Bell can certainly talk, and it makes her very marketable as a result. And moving on to the next match, in which Jared Doughboy Trice takes on Rollick Gracie. Refereeing this bout will be Jamie Park. Judges are Jet Hawkins, Ron Bradley, and Harrison Gearhart. And here is the opening bell. Trice tries to find a home for his jab, but hits Gracie with a straight right. In an exchange of strikes, happens right in the center of the cage, but neither fighter lands anything good. It looked like we were about to see a shot from Gracie, but Trice was more aggressive and took initiative. Trice throws a punch, but Gracie was equal to it. Trice can be heard trash-talking as the two fighters circle. Trice closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. Gracie looked like he was going to shoot, but Trice simply took initiative. Trice lands a left jab, but his big right hand follow-up misses. Trice tries to intimidate his opponent with some quality trash talk. Gracie steps forward looking to strike. Trice misses with a left hand in the exchange. Gracie connects with a nice jab, and he scores with a right cross. The two fighters engage. Both fighters throw, but neither can land a shot. Gracie doesn't connect with a left jab and also misses with a right hand. Gracie lets two punches sail past. His head movement proving far too good for Trice. The fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither lands anything significant in the exchange. Gracie throws a quick punch, but doesn't land. Seizing the opportunity, Trice clinches. We go past the halfway point of the round. Trice is looking to muscle Gracie back against the cage. Trice does it. Gracie is stuck with his back to the cage. Trice smothers Gracie against the cage, then hits him with a knee strike to the ribs. Trice hits a knee strike to the side of the ribs again. Trice catches Gracie with a knee strike to the thigh, and Trice using dirty boxing to punish Gracie while he is pressed up against the cage. Gracie is trapped against the cage, and Trice punches him with some more dirty boxing. Trice smothers Gracie against the cage and hits him with a knee strike to the ribs. The referee decides that the grappling against the cage has been going on too long and brings him back to the center. Gracie comes forward to attack. Trice hit two counter left hands. A 1-2 from Gracie fails to land. Both fighters come together and strike. Trice slips past a right hook attempt and attacks with a good right hand. And the time runs out. Jared Trice just absolutely just pummeled the shit out of Rollick Gracie. I think Trice took that round 10-9. I totally agree. And here we go with round 2. Gracie may have been aiming to get in close, but Trice aggressively took the initiative. Trice throws a quick punch but doesn't hit. Trice moves in closer looking to open up an attack. Trice fails to find a home for his jab, but then hits and scores with a right cross that landed hard. Gracie appeared to be going to try and get in close, but Trice took initiative. Trice can't hit his set-up left jab, but then catches Gracie with a crunching right hook. For the first time ever, Trice is starting to breathe heavier. Gracie appeared to be going in for a takedown, but Trice took initiative. Trice can't hit a set-up left jab, and then scores with a right cross that landed hard. Looking glassy-eyed, Gracie staggers backward. He may have been stunned by the last blow. And Trice moves in for the kill and lands a big right hand, and Gracie goes down. Trice, sensing victory, and starts to unload. Trice pounds away with Rice, and a couple of heavy shots get through and rock Gracie. Trice tries to pound on Gracie, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. He almost finished off Gracie there. Gracie tries to pull guard on Trice, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Trice fires away with punches, but Gracie doesn't take any undue damage. Gracie tries to pull guard on Trice, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. We go past the halfway point of the round. Sorry. Man. Trice pounds away with punches, but can't quite land anything well with any power. Gracie takes the opportunity and manages to pull half guard. Trice tries to pound on Gracie, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. Gracie gets some separation and tries to scramble for position. Trice is too quick and grabs side control before Gracie can get up. Trice fires away with punches, but does a little in the way of damage. Gracie tries to transition to guard, but can't manage it. Trice fires away with punches, but Gracie doesn't take any undue damage. Gracie tries to transition to a guard, but can't manage it. Trice unloads with some right hands, but Gracie deals with them comfortably. And that is the end of the second round. And it's 10-9 Trice again, but I don't know how Gracie's going to win it, but Gracie is 3-1, so. And Jared Trice is trying to stay undefeated. Trice moves in closer, looking to open up an attack. Trice can't connect with his setup strikes, but then hits Gracie with a beauty of a straight right. Looking glassy-eyed, Gracie staggers backward. He may have just been stunned by the last blow. Trice acts fast, moving in and flooring Gracie with a right hand to the jaw. And Trice knows this is a golden opportunity and quickly pounces on Gracie, looking to finish him off by raining down punches. Trice pounds away with right hands, and Gracie's in big trouble. Trice pounds away with rights, but fails to land any significant blows, so Gracie just saves himself again as Gracie pulls half guard. Trice fires away with punches, but Gracie doesn't take any undue damage. Trice doesn't look like he has much left in the tank. Gracie skillfully moves. Oh, shit. Clock runs down as Gracie's being smothered against the ground by Trice. Perhaps wary of submissions, Trice keeps extremely tight to Gracie and peppers him with short punches. And speaking of which, Gracie tries to ensnare an arm, and Gracie can't secure the arm. And again, Trice keeps him extremely tight. Gracie attempts omoplata on Trice, and Trice defended it. Trice smothers Gracie with his body pushing forward and down. Trice keeps tight to Gracie, peppering him with short strikes. Gracie trying an arm again, but Trice fends off Gracie and doesn't give up the arm. Trice doesn't posture up, perhaps wary of submissions now, instead using small strikes while keeping his head on his opponent's chest. Gracie tries to sweep Trice but can't do it. With no progress being made, referee Jamie Park brings the fighters back to their feet, and the fight comes to an end there. Trice goes 10-9. All the officials are reporting All three judges have scored at 30-27, making the Doughboy, Jared Trice, the winner by unanimous decision. So he goes to 5-0. Apparently that was a decent fight. I call that a great fight. But whatever. It's a decent fight for the preliminary. Not a bad fight. Jared Trice gives a name check to everyone at St. Charles MMA, all of his various sponsors, and his friends, family, and supporters. As to who he wants next, he says he demands a fight with Chael Sonnen. So Jared Trice has made it clear he wants to face Chael Sonnen. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. And here we go. In the last of the preliminaries, the blessed Rafael Carvalho faces Rafael Lovato. In the Lovato Jr. in the Bellator middleweight division. Refereeing the bout is Tommy Lothar. And here we go. Opening bell. Fuck. Sorry, I'm sick. Carlo moves in closer, ready to attack. Carlo throws a two-punch combo, but Lovato Jr. avoids both. I'm going to call him Lovato. Fuck it. Lovato Jr. hits a tentative left hand. Carlo hits a left hand, but can't connect with a head kick. Carlo confidently comes in closer. Carlo lands a left jab, but a big right head kick is wide of the mark. Shoulders hunched, Carlo studies his opponent, looking for an opportunity to strike. Carlo throws some strikes in a right head kick, but Lovato defended them all. Lovato Jr. takes a chance and shoots it on Carlo. The takedown is unsuccessful. Carlo sprawled to block it, and steps back to safety. A jab hits home from Carlo, and then he lands a big right, seemingly willing to take strikes if it means getting close enough to wrestle. A jab hits home from Carlo, and then he catches Lovato with a right hook. Carlo closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. Lovato Jr. looked like he was going to shoot, but Carlo simply took the initiative first. Carlo lands two jabs, but Lovato Jr. catches the kick to the body that set it up. Seeing his opportunity, Lovato Jr. tries to put Carlo on the mat, and Lovato can't get Carlo down, so he settles for pushing him up against the cage. We're down at the halfway point of the round. Lovato Jr. looks to take Carlo down with a trip, and Carlo has no answer to his slick trip, and he's down. Carlo ends up sitting, his legs trapped under Lovato with his back pressed against the cage. Lovato Jr. tries to improve his position and shifts his position brilliantly to get the mount. Lovato Jr. tries to pound on Carlo with some short elbows, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. Carlo can't budge Lovato Jr., who's well balanced. Lovato Jr. drops elbows on Carlo, but they're all taken comfortably or pushed away. Lovato Jr. pounds away on Carlo, landing a few glancing elbow strikes, but nothing too damaging. Lovato Jr. drops some elbows, and Carlo is struggling to avoid taking a clean shot. Lovato Jr. forces Carlo to turn away from the strikes, giving up his back. And Lovato Jr. attempts to get a rear naked choke fully applied, and Carlo does not allow the arm to go under his chin. And that is the end of the first round. And it's definitely Lovato Jr. taking the round, 10-9. Totally agree with that. Oh, hang on a second, I need a drink, fuck. All right, here we go. Round 2 begins. Showing great speed, Lovato Jr. shoots in on Carlo. The takedown's completed, and Carlo is on his back and pulls guard. Lovato Jr. seems to be trying to get loose in the guard in an attempt to create a leg lock opportunity, and Carlo maintains a tight, secure guard. Oh my god, I'm so sick, I'm sorry. Not blowing my nose. Jesus Christ. Man, alright, I'm sorry. Lovato Jr. looks to pass guard and get side control. He finds himself unable to pass guard in his attempt. Lovato Jr. tries to break guard and Carlo, perhaps looking for a leg lock, but Carvalho keeps his guard tight. With no progress being made, the referee brings the fighters back to their feet. Carvalho, he forgot a V in there. I guess I've been saying Carlo the whole time. Fuck. Carvalho moves in behind 3 quick punches, one of them finding a home, but misses when he attempts a big head kick to follow. Carvalho confidently moves in closer, looking to throw strikes. Lovato Jr. appeared to be going for a takedown, but Carvalho took the initiative. Carvalho hits a left hand, but Lovato Jr. Steps back to avoid a high right head kick. Carvalho is slowing just a little as he starts to get into the gas tank a bit. Carvalho can't hit a setup left jab, but then he hits a high right kick to the side of the head. And the end of the round's coming quick, and there's under a minute left. Lovato Jr. comes in looking for a takedown, and he gets it. Carvalho has to pull guard. Lovato Jr. tries to loosen the guard, possibly thinking about a leg lock. Carvalho maintains a tight, secure guard. He's trying another leg lock, and he keeps the guard tight at 4 seconds. And that's the end of the second round. I think Lovato Jr. took the round. Carvalho needs to probably has to submit or knock out his opponent. He's not looking so blessed right now. There's the bell, and the final round begins. Carvalho moves in closer, looking to open up an attack. Carvalho hits a left hand, but misses a vicious right. Lovato Jr. shooting in for another takedown. The takedown is completed. It was a single leg, and Carvalho is left on his back pulling guard. And that is Lovato's 4th takedown. Fuck. Out of the fight. Lovato Jr. seems to be trying to loosen the guard in an attempt to create a leg lock, and Carvalho defends himself while keeping the guard tight. Lovato Jr. keeps Carvalho guessing with a few strikes, and he goes for another leg lock, and Carvalho stops it again. Perhaps looking to do another leg lock. Carvalho will stop it again. Moving to the second half of the round already, and here's another leg lock attempt. Carvalho blocks it. Lovato Jr. unloads with some elbows, and Carvalho deals with them comfortably. In guard, Lovato begins working to pass into side control. Carvalho comfortably blocks an attempt to keep Lovato in guard. The lengthy period of a stalemate results in the referee standing him back up. Carvalho hits a left hand, but misses when he attempts a big head kick. Here's another takedown attempt. Carvalho almost stops the takedown, was left hopping on one leg while Lovato holds the other. And Lovato brings him to the cage. And here we go, the takedown attempt. And the next outside leg trip sees Carvalho get sent to the mat. Carvalho winds up seated in the back, and Lovato Jr. is pressing on to him. And that will be it for the fight. Lovato Jr. winning the round again. And so it looks like he'll stay undefeated 10-0. So the judges have scored a 30-27, Jet Hawkins, 29-28 from Ron Bradley, and 20 Harrison Gerhardt. And the winner by unanimous decision is Rafael Lovato. So two Raphaels in a fight. Rafael Lovato Jr. defeats the blessed Rafael Carvalho in unanimous decision. The fight was rated as great. Rafael Lovato gives a name check to everyone at Strong Style Fight Team, all of his various sponsors, and all of his friends, family, and supporters. Showing respect, Rafael Jr. praises Carvalho and his skill and toughness. He knows how to talk himself up and certainly benefits from getting a live microphone in front of him. So here we go. The first main show fight. It'll open up with a title fight from the Eliminator, McFarlane, taking on Heather Hardy. This is Heather Hardy's fourth fight, and it is for a title. We'll see how she turns out here. Let's see. The Bellator Women's Flyweight title is on the line in this fight. Tommy Lothar will be the ref. Here we go, the fight begins. The two fighters touch gloves. Hardy attacks with strikes. McFarlane throws a counter jab but misses. Fuck. Hardy lands a jab and she catches McFarlane with a crunching right hook. Both fighters come together and strike. Hardy hits a left to the body. McFarlane misses a jab but lands a right hook. Hardy initiates an exchange of strikes. McFarlane misses with a left hand in the exchange. Hardy feints, causing McFarlane to move to one side and leave herself wide open. Hardy uses a left jab and McFarlane steps back to avoid a right to the body. The two combatants meet in the center and start to strike. Hardy dodges a right hand and counterattacks with a pair of jabs that are followed by a solid right hand. Here we go with another engage. McFarlane misses a right hook and gets countered with a good right hook. Moving forward constantly, Hardy is pressuring McFarlane. McFarlane lands a left hand in the exchange. Hardy moves in behind with three quick punches, three of them finding a home, and then she hits a nice straight right that lands hard. Hardy comes forward looking to force a striking exchange. Hardy steps into the pocket. Hardy lands a left jab, but McFarlane evades a big right punch. Both fighters meet in the center. Hardy feints one way and then the other, throwing McFarlane off balance and leaving her badly exposed. Hardy lets a body kick sail wide and then counters with a right hand that landed cleanly. Two fighters engage. McFarlane is off target with a left jab but scores with a right hook. Hardy finds a way past her opponent's guard, lands a sharp 1-2. And at the halfway point, Hardy comes forward to attack. Seen that. Hardy uses a left jab but misses when she attempts a big head kick to follow. They come together and trade leather, but neither fighter does any damage. Both fighters come together and strike. Hardy connects with a left hand. McFarlane misses a jab but hits a wicked right uppercut. Hardy is knocked down by that shot. McFarlane senses victory and starts to unload. McFarlane unloads with a massive right hands and Hardy is getting destroyed. And referee Tommy Lothar has no choice but to jump in and save Hardy from taking any more shots. The winner by TKO is Lima Lay McFarlane. I honestly thought Heather Hardy had it at first, but that makes the second defense of the Bellator Women's Flyweight title. So congratulations, Lima Lay McFarlane. A TKO in 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Lima Lay McFarlane gives a name check to everyone at Team Hurricane. Awesome. All of our various sponsors, and then all of our friends, family, and supporters. It's on the with the Bellator Women's Flyweight title around her waist. She celebrates continuing her reign as champion. It's undeniable that the camera loves her. So while her interview may not have been the best, she was still able to get a reaction. Next up, we got John Fitch taking on Lorenz the Monsoon Larkin. So, this is John Fitch's first fight. Our referee's Tommy Lothar, again. Fitch and Larkin lock eyes during the introductions. Both fighters look up for this. And the fight begins. A jab is wide from Larkin, but then he catches Fitch with a crunching right hook. Larkin moves in on Fitch, preparing to throw. A jab lands from Larkin, but Fitch avoids a big right. Larkin can't connect with the setup strikes, but then hits Fitch with the beauty of a straight right. Larkin moves in closer, ready to attack. Fitch may have been aiming to get in close, but Larkin aggressively took initiative. Larkin connects with a jab, but misses when he attempts to go after their body. Fitch had looked like he was angling to grapple, but couldn't take the initiative. Larkin lands a jab and catches Fitch with a right hook to the body. Larkin moves in behind, 3 quick punches, one of them finding a home, but finds nothing but air with a big right. Larkin throws 3 punches, but Fitch defended successfully against them all. Fitch aggressively moves in, risking taking strikes for the chance of getting some grappling started. Larkin lands a jab and lands a big right hand. They go past the halfway point of the round. Larkin steps in and looks to unleash. Larkin uses a left jab, but Fitch evades a big right punch. Larkin can't hit a set-up left jab, but it hits Fitch with the beauty of a straight right. A jab lands from Larkin, but his big right hand follow-up misses. Fitch gets hold of Larkin without taking too much damage. Fitch is looking to muscle Larkin back against the cage. Larkin doesn't let himself be driven back, though, and gains dominant position in the grapple instead. Now Larkin's looking to muscle Fitch against the cage. Larkin achieves it, pinning Fitch to the cage. Alright. My bad, I had to take a drink there. There you are. Got a minute left in the round. Fitch is trapped against the cage and Larkin hits him with a short left uppercut. Fitch takes a knee strike above the hip. Larkin smothers Fitch against the cage and hits him with a quick elbow strike. Fitch gets caught with a knee to the inside of the thigh. And round one's been brought to an end. I'd have to say Larkin won the round. And it's funny because Larkin knows Kung Fu. That's funny. And here we go for round 2. Fuck. What the hell's a timer? Anyway. Fitch may have been aiming to get in close, but Larkin aggressively took the initiative. Larkin can't connect with a jab but lands a big right. Larkin lands a jab and then Fitch hits a beauty of a straight right. Larkin's still moving well, but he's definitely breathing deeper now. Larkin moves in closer, looking to open up an attack. Larkin fails to find a home for his jab and catches Fitch with a crunching right hook. Fitch appeared to be going to try and get in close, but fuck. Larkin took the initiative first. 1-2 from Larkin fails to land. Hold on. Oh my god. I need to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm so sorry. Holy fuck. God damn. Alright. Looks like Larkin lands a jab and then catches Fitch with a stunning right hook. Fitch is knocked down by that last shot, Larkin quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Fitch. Larkin fires away, and Fitch is eating powerful shot after powerful shot, and the referee has to pull Larkin away, stopping the fight. Lorenz the Monsoon Larkin takes the win by TKO. So congratulations to Lorenz Larkin. And TKO there, the fight being rated as good. He wins by TKO in the minute and 34 seconds of round 2. So, see what he has to say. Lorenz thanks everyone connected to Millennia MMA for helping him prepare for the fight, and his sponsors for supporting him financially. He names a local club and says that he's heading there for a post-victory party and that everyone is welcome. He knows how to use these interviews to sell himself. And here we go. An important fight. We got Vadim Nemkov taking on Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen claims that Nemkov is out of his league. So, we'll see if that is true or that is all shit talk. Two combatants meet in the center and start to strike. Both fighters throw. Both fighters fail to hit target. Nemkov bobs and weaves, making 2 punches miss. Nemkov tries a left hand, but it gets absorbed into his opponent's glove. Oh my god, I'm so sick. Nemkov steps forward, and a striking exchange begins. Sonnen hit a counter left hand. Nemkov throws a 2-punch combo, but Sonnen avoids both. Both fighters move in and engage. Sonnen lands a left jab and a right cross. Showing off his great boxing skill, Nemkov lights up his opponent with 4 quick punches. Both fighters meet in the center. Nemkov counters a right hand with a good left hand. Here we go, they meet again. Nemkov uses a right jab, but misses the left hook. Sonnen doesn't connect with a left jab, but lands a right hook. And they meet again. Sonnen slips past the left hook and counters with a left jab and a right hand and narrowly fails to connect. Sorry. Both fighters meet in the center. Sonnen hits a left jab, but has a right hook blocked. Nemkov hits a jab, but misses a left hook. They engage in the center. Neither fighter manages to find a target in exchange of strikes. Nemkov shows his good head movement, bobbing and weaving his way past 3 punches. Nemkov throws 2 punches, but Sonnen has a good guard and absorbs all of them with ease. We've now passed the halfway mark in this round. Nemkov comes forward on the attack. Sonnen throws a counter left, but doesn't connect. Nemkov lands a right hand, and then he scores with a left cross. Setting it up with excellent timing, Sonnen comes forward and shoots for the takedown, and the takedown is successful. Nemkov has to pull guard. Time slips away as Sonnen successfully keeps Nemkov stuck against the ground. Sonnen throws several small strikes at Nemkov, always keeping close body-to-body contact so he has no space to work with. Sonnen deflects a couple of punches that Nemkov threw from below. Sonnen begins to try to pass the guard, and he can't quite manage to get past the guard in the attempt. The time is up. And it looks like Chael Sonnen took the round 10-9. And round 2 is up. Oh my god. I need like a minute break. Holy shit. Pretty good fight we got going on. Nemkov is an excellent boxer. Wants to make a name for himself against a big name like Chael Sonnen. Here we go for round 2. They stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. They come together and strike. Sonnen misses a jab, but connects with the right hand. Nemkov lands a right jab and also scores with a right hook to the side of the body. Nemkov moves forward, constantly trying to pressure Sonnen into exchanging strikes. Sonnen hits a pair of jabs in the exchange. A jab lands from Nemkov, but misses when he attempts to go to the body after. The two combatants meet in the center and start to strike. Nemkov counters a right hand and with a left hand to the body. Both fighters meet in the center. Nemkov misses a left cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Sonnen comes in with a left jab and a right cross. Both fighters move in and engage. Sonnen lands a left jab and a right cross. Nemkov scores with a left jab and also lands a nice left hook. Both fighters move in and engage. Sonnen hits a jab but has a right hand absorbed in the gloves. Nemkov scores with a jab but misses a left hook. We are now at the halfway point of the round. Nemkov moves forward, constantly trying to pressure Sonnen into exchanging strikes. Sonnen scores with 2 counter jabs. Nemkov throws a 1-2, but Sonnen was equal to it. Nemkov is still moving well, but he is definitely breathing a little deeper now. Both fighters meet in the center. Sonnen misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Nemkov comes with a right jab and a big left hand that just misses. Nemkov misses a left hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a left jab and a solid right hand. Sonnen lands a quick punch but misses a right hook. Nemkov is off target with a jab but hits a good left hand. Sonnen misses with a left hand. 1-2 from Nemkov fails to land. Final minute. Nemkov initiates an exchange. Sonnen fires off a counter jab. A jab is wide from Nemkov and he hits a nice straight left. Sonnen slips past a left hook attempt and attacks with a left jab and a right hook that is avoided at the last second. Sonnen lands a left jab and a right cross. Nemkov scores with a single punch out of a flurry and then lands a nice left hook. Round 2 is up. And that is 10-9 Nemkov. With 1 round remaining, we're even at a round apiece. There's the bell and the final round begins. Both fighters come in. Sonnen tries a right hook but misses. Nemkov doesn't connect with a right jab. Also misses with a left hook. Sonnen lands a 1-2. Nemkov connects cleanly with a left hand. Blood is visible. It appears Nemkov has suffered a large gash above his eye. Sonnen is slowing just a little as he starts to get into the gas tank. Sonnen scores with a jab but finds his cross blocked. Nemkov uses a pair of right jabs but doesn't reach with a hook to the body. And Jamie Park calls for a pause. He wants to check the cut on Nemkov. The cut is not a fight ender. No damage from their exchange. Nemkov stalks forward, pressuring Sonnen. So Sonnen manages a counter jab. Nemkov throws 2 punches that don't land. Sonnen misses a right hook and gets countered with a clean left hand. Looking a bit tense, Nemkov moves around the cage. No one hits. Nemkov stumbles his way into a clinch and he looks shattered. We go past the halfway point of this round. Sonnen tries to get Nemkov into a Muay Thai clinch. Nemkov wrestles his way to a dominant position in the grapple instead. And Nemkov has a hold of Sonnen and may be looking for a suplex. And Sonnen cannot stop himself from being tossed by an excellent suplex. Sonnen gives up his back off the takedown. Nemkov tries to get both hooks in, but can't quite manage it. Sonnen tries a roll, but doesn't budge Nemkov. Nemkov successfully gets both hooks in and seems primed to finish. Nemkov pounds away, but Sonnen calmly deals with him. Sonnen struggles against Nemkov, but cannot get himself free from the hooks. Nemkov pounds away with left hands, but doesn't do much damage. And the time runs out, and that round is over, and so is the fight. This could go either way here. They're saying Nemkov won the round, but we'll find out. The judges have given their scores. And they're going to announce them. The judges give 29-28, but that's by Philip Baumgartner. 29-28 from Nolan Chatham. And 30-27 from Jet Hawkins. And Nemkov is the winner by unanimous decision. And, wow, Chael Sonnen. he said Nemkov was out of his league, and he ends up getting defeated. Congratulations to Vadim Nemkov. That was totally unpredictable and out of nowhere. Impressive. Giving thanks, Vadim Nemkov praises his team at Eagles MMA, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. He says that he has a lot of respect for Chael Sonnen and praises his toughness. Vadim Nemkov is a charismatic talker and knows how to sell himself. So, wow. Excellent fight. Speaking of an excellent fight, it's going to be Mirko Cro Cop taking on Quentin Rampage Jackson. So, Cro Cop's debut. Let's get into it. The co-main event is up next. Mirko Cro Cop fights Quentin Rampage Jackson in the Bellator heavyweight division fight. Our referees, Tommy Lothar. Our judges at cage side are Jet Hawkins, Ron Bradley, and Harrison Gerhardt. Here we go for the first round. Damn. The two fighters engage. Cro Cop misses a right hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a jab and a right hook that is ducked. Both fighters come together and strike. Cro Cop counters a right hand with a left jab and a right hand that narrowly fails to connect. Both fighters come together and strike. Jackson misses with a big right hand, allowing Cro Cop to counter with a jab and a right hook that is ducked. They engage in the center. Jackson lets two punches sail past, his head movement proving far too good for Cro Cop. Jackson tries a right hook but misses. Both fighters come together and strike. Cro Cop counters with a right hand with a good right hook. Two fighters come forward and engage. Jackson can't hit a right cross thanks to Cro Cop bobbing and weaving. Cro Cop doesn't connect with the right hand. A quick exchange of strikes doesn't lead to anything. We're now at the halfway point of the round. Two fighters engaging. Two fighters strike, but without success. Cro Cop does not find the mark with a right hand. Jackson slipped past it. Jackson can't catch Cro Cop. His good head movement allows him to slip away from a two-punch combination. Both fighters meet in the center. Jackson counters a right hand with a massive right hook to the jaw, and Cro Cop goes down hard. He's out. And Quentin Jackson takes victory by way of knockout. So, Quentin Rampage Jackson wins with 2 minutes and 54 seconds of round one by knockout. And that was a poor fight. I have to disagree with that. But I don't think it was that bad. I have to see the fight metrics. There's something in there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the fight was too fast. I don't fucking know. Well, that's Quentin's 39th win. Giving thanks, Quentin Jackson praises his team at Apex MMA, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. Naming a local club, Quentin Jackson invites everyone along to his post-show winners party to celebrate. He knows exactly how to handle these sort of interviews and is great at creating a buzz about himself. And here we go with the main event of the evening. Gegard, the Dreamcatcher Musashi, taking on Lyoto, the Dragon Machida. So let's get into it. The Battle of the Netherlands and Brazil. Nothing really too much to talk about. This fight's for the Bellator middleweight title. Mario Yamasaki is the referee. The judges for this bout are Jet Hawkins, Ron Bradley, and Harrison Gearhart, and we are underway. They start with a touch of gloves. The two fighters come forward and engage. Machida misses an attempted body shot and gets countered with a quick left hook. They engage in the center. Machida lands a right jab, but has a left hand taken on the gloves. Musasi lands a nice right hook. Machida hits a jab, but has a left hand absorbed on the gloves. Musasi hits a left hook to the body. The two fighters engage. Machida throws a three-punch combo, but Musasi maintains a great guard and is safe. Machida deals with two punches without issue. His guard remains solid. Musasi comes forward to attack. Musasi bobs out of the way of a jab and moves into the pocket. Musasi throws two quick punches, but doesn't hit with either. The two fighters engage. Machida scores with a jab, but is wide of the mark on a head kick attempt. Musasi lands a nice right hook. They stand and trade in the center of the cage, and neither fighter can land a good shot. The two fighters engage. Machida goes to the legs with a low kick, and Musasi lands a left jab and a right cross. Musasi counters a left hand with a jab and a right hook that is ducked. The two fighters stand and trade, but no one lands anything good. Machida is off target with a jab and also is well off target with a head kick. Musasi can't get past a good guard of Machida. Two punches were simply absorbed. Machida scores with a right hook. Musasi scores with a single punch out of a flurry, but gets a right hand blocked. And here we go, the final minute. Musasi comes forward, walking down Machida. Machida hits a jab in the exchange. Musasi throws a two-punch combo, but Machida avoids both. They engage. Holy fuck, I'm sick. I'm starting to become somewhat congested. Musasi misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Machida comes in with a right jab and a head kick attempt that narrowly misses. Musasi slips past the left hook attempt and attacks with a left jab and a right cross. And that is the end of round one. And they're saying Musasi took that round 10-9. Nonetheless, round two begins. Both fighters come together. Machida misses a head kick attempt and is countered with a right cross. Machida looks unsteady on his feet, and as he retreats, that last blow may have rocked him. Musasi steps in and tries to finish with a scorching right hand, but Machida narrowly avoids it. Musasi comes forward to attack. Machida manages a counter jab. A jab lands from Musasi, but finds nothing but air with a big right. They engage in the center. Machida misses with a spinning kick and gets countered with a good right hand. That last hit did some damage. Machida's trying to cover up, but is clearly hurt. He slumps up against the cage, looking dazed and unsteady. Musasi tries to knee Machida, but it is blocked. Machida manages to clear his head and circle away from the cage back to the center. Musasi comes in with a flurry of three quick punches, landing all of them, but misses with a vicious right hand. They exchange a few strikes, but nothing significant lands. Musasi comes forward on the attack. Machida hit a counter right hand. A jab lands from Musasi, but his big right hand from the follow-up misses. Musasi is starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving energy. They exchange strikes, but nothing gets through, and it's the halfway point of the second. Both fighters meet in the center. Machida misses a couple of jabs but lands a leg kick. Musasi scores with a jab, but has a right hand taken on the gloves. An exchange of strikes happens, nothing comes of it. And nothing comes of it. Musasi throws a quick punch, but doesn't land. An exchange of strikes sees both fighters fail to land anything significant, and the time runs out in round two. Take a look at the fight metrics here. looks like Mashida's getting dominated as Mousasi takes another round. And here we go with another round. It's round 3. This 5-round title fight. Mousasi uses a left jab, but misses with a right hand. Machida just about lands a head kick. The fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither lands anything significant in the exchange. Machida finds a way past his opponent's guard and lands a sharp 1-2. Mousasi scores with a jab and also nails a right cross. Machida acknowledges some instructions from his corner with a curt nod of the head and returns his full attention to the fight. The two combatants meet in the center. It's a stalemate as both fighters throw strikes, but fail to land anything. Machida is off target with a jab and also doesn't connect with a left hand to the body. Mousasi does not connect with a left jab and also doesn't reach with a hook. No one lands anything here. They stand and trade in the center of the cage, but neither fighter can land a good shot. Halfway point. Machida uses a right jab and also hits a kick to the leg. Mousasi lands a left jab and also hits a left hook to the body. Machida lands a right jab, but it has a left hand blocked. Mousasi hits a pair of jabs and has a right hand blocked. Mousasi now has to push himself, and his corner is starting to respond by urging him on a little louder. Machida uses a right jab but has a left hand absorbed in the gloves. Mousasi hits a pair of... has a right hand blocked. For the first time, Machida is starting to breathe a little heavier. Both fighters move in and engage. Machida slips past a right hook and counters with a right jab and a glancing high kick. Glancing high kick. Under a minute left in this round. They come together and strike. I know. Come together and strike. Machida connects with the right hand. Mousasi misses a jab but scores with a massive right hook to the jaw. Machida wobbles and falls. Mousasi moves in quickly, kneeling beside Machida and starting to hammer down with punches. Mousasi pounds away, Machida barely able to offer any defense. With Machida taking a beating, the referee has to stop the fight. Fuck! The winner by TKO is Gegard Mousasi. The Dreamcatcher makes his second defense of the Bellator middleweight title. So, congrats to everybody in that fight. I'm pretty triggered, not gonna lie. Fuck. Favorite fighter goes down at round 3. Gegard Mousasi gives a name check to everyone at Golden Glory. All his various sponsors and all his friends, family, and supporters. Gegard Mousasi has the Bellator middleweight belt around his waist and celebrates having defended the title successfully. So, there we go. We had 3,600 people, got $500,000 from the gate and ticket sales. Got a critical rating of 67. Damn. All right. What do you mean the event did not have a commentary team? What? At least we increased everywhere. Oh my god. Fuck, how do we lose money? Damn it. Damn. Pisses me off. Shit. That's unbelievable. I can't believe we didn't get a profit. Honestly, Machida should probably retire. Fuck. Fuck. All right. That was shit. I'm pissed. Lyoto Machida did not win, but well, we will see you on episode 3 of Bellator MMA. Stay tuned.